my name is Shay, aka Salty Stitcher, here on YouTube, and this is my 20-something video. I really don't know, it doesn't matter. Today is going to be... Oh no! I just noticed something. Oh, that's unfortunate. I'll explain it in just a second what I just noticed. We'll see if I can tend to that. This is going to be a floss tube extra, a Stitchy Firsts, if you will. It's not really a Stitchy First. We're going to do a finish parade of all the finishes that I have access to. I'm sure there have been others that are lost to the sands of time. I don't know. I'm not really good about it. You'll see two fully finished objects, because they're the only two fully finished objects I can think of off the top of my head. Aside from things that I've done for, like, smalls. So I guess I could add that in. The two smalls that I did for the retreat this past summer. But, yeah. I have them in general order. I have them in general order, and I'll explain. Most of them I can remember where I got the pattern from. Most of them I can also probably tell you what the fabric is, roughly. And then most of it's DMC. I didn't really use Fancy Flosses until recently. So, yeah, I'll explain them. I'm sure there's others floating around somewhere that I just don't know about, but yeah, let's get started. So this is the top down, right? So this is Imbolc. If I'm remembering correctly, this is Witchy Stitcher. This is part of her Sabbath Stitcher, Sabbath series, right? And I'm pretty positive that that's true. This is Imbolc. I would have done this maybe 2 years ago. Maybe 2 years ago, probably in the maybe winter last year, like early last year, I can think, if I remember correctly. Imbolc, Witchy Stitcher. This is super quick. Like, these I don't think took me particularly long. I did some of the other ones. I own all of them. I did some of the other ones. I just haven't finished all of them. This is the only one I think I finished, to be honest. This is just Craft Store Ada in a gray. It looks like it's probably 16 count. Would be my assumption. It's 16 count. You're not going to be able to see this, but maybe I can zoom in, but you can actually see that this is before I started doing in hand, and it is before I started doing like pin stitches, which I've been doing pin stitches for 8 months, a year now, something like that. Maybe not quite that long. Actually, this may have been one of the first things I did in hand, because it has a front finish, or like I'm tucking tails on the front. This might have been one of the very first ones I ever did in hand. Perhaps, because I didn't start doing front finishing until I started stitching in hand. But anyways, this is Imbolc by the Witchy Stitcher. Sorry for the creases. I'm not going to be doing anything with these, so I'm not going to iron them, I'm sorry. This is what I noticed. Let me make sure you can see all of it. You can. In this corner, I have noticed I got something on it. It doesn't look like chocolate. It looks like a sauce of some sort. To be honest, I haven't done these. This is the first Wanderer by Quaternary Stitches. This was last year. I wonder if I can start working some of this out. Maybe. I don't know what kind of sauce this would have been. I have no clue. I'm not going to sit here and like do this obviously on camera for the longest, but maybe I can adjust or address that. This is Quaternarian's Wanderer Blackwork Sal. This is the first one. This is one from last year. This one is significantly smaller than the one I'm currently doing, because this is on 18 count Ada. This is just like a Charles Craft Ada, and I meant to do the one I'm doing right now, the current one, on the same, so it'd be the same fabric, but I guess it doesn't really matter since I stained this fabric. It's really sad. Maybe I'll redo this one on a bigger fabric. I don't know. We'll see. I intended to do this. It was probably not the smartest idea to do that on top of all this other work. I'm not very smart. That's okay. I'll worry about it later. I'll have to leave it out so I can see if I can get some of it off. But Quaternarian Designs, Blackwork Part 1. This is from last year. I started this one in the middle of it, if I remember correctly. But yeah, this is it. I really liked this one too. And this was a lot of fun. I like that it's a bit smaller, and maybe I'll redo the other one in smaller count because it just looks neater. but maybe that's just my own eyes. I don't know. Quaternary Stitches, the first Wanderer Sal. This is Lola Crow. These are the Creepy Christmas ornaments from last year. I'm pretty sure I did this on time, end of last year. There's 6 of them. This is kind of what got me obsessed with Lola Crow. I really like Lola Crow's like use of color, even in these itsy bitsy teeny tiny, in the way that they do. She does backstitch. It's just so cool. Like, these little ravens look so good. I love these little skulls. But this is what really got me obsessed with Lola Crow, and why I started doing like Deadly Aquarium, and why I'll probably go backwards and do some of the older like full sized. I own all of her. I own the patterns for all of her like mini Christmas ornaments, so I'll probably do all of those, and maybe one day I'll frame them so that I can put them on a Christmas tree. I don't know. It's upside down. This was the first one, if I remember correctly. Yeah, just love it. I love. Fun fact: I was rewatching Inuyasha while I did these. I remember this clearly. This was in the middle of I had sinus surgery at the end of last year, like in October of last year, and I started all this stuff around that time. But yeah, these are super cute. Creepy Christmas cross stitch ornaments by Lola Crow Cross Stitch. All of those are done, and this was just on Zweigart linen, probably 32 count. Yeah, I'd say 32 count, maybe 36 count. Zweigart linen. This is from the Cross Stitcher. This was a stitch along, the Seasonal Houses stitch along from the Cross Stitcher magazine. I had a lot of fun. With this. I started it a little late. Sorry, I feel like something's underneath here. No, it's just a fold. Okay. I started this a little late. You can see where I finished it. I finished it December 22nd, 2023, so this was the end of last year. But I had a lot of fun. I like Cross Stitcher's designs. The Cross Stitcher magazine has been one of my favorite Cross Stitcher magazines ever. I lived in England for a little bit, and so I really wanted to do this. This York House is probably my favorite. The only problem with this is I wish I had done this on linen, because if I remember correctly, there's a lot of half stitches, especially in the back stitch, and it was a pain in the ass. But it was a lot of fun. This is just probably Zweigart Ada. Not Zweigart. It's Craft Store Ada, probably. Maybe from the store that shall not be named, would be my assumption. In a 16 count would be my assumption as well. Yep. Cross Stitcher year-long Seasonal Houses Sal. These are also Witchy Stitcher. Did I say the other one was Witchy Stitcher? The in bulk design is from Witchy Stitcher, I'm pretty sure. But these are the 2 big stitch-alongs that she did. So this is Cryptids, which loved. Actually, I should have switched these around, because I'm pretty sure Cryptids I did afterwards. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Cryptids I did finish at the end of the last year. I think I did this one mostly on time. Either did this one mostly on time, or I did the Supernatural one mostly on time. I can't quite remember. Now that I think about it, I think this one I finished after I did Supernatural. And I think I did Supernatural on time. I think. I can't really remember. But I love it. This is one of the things that got me in love with Witchy Stitcher. I just like the way she does designs. I like how long-legged long-limbed, long-armed mostly everything is. Super fun cryptids. So this is the Cone of Doom that I think came with the Cryptid Sal. I finished it this would have been tea-dyed Charles Craft linen. I think it's a 32 count, which is one of my favorites. I did all of these on the same fabric so I could keep it consistent. So this is Cone of Doom. This took like 2 minutes. Really, it felt like super cute. It's like her like little mascot. This is Supernatural, and I'm pretty sure this is the one that I did pretty much on time, like in line with the actual releases. But yeah, I love it. I love it so much. I got quite a bit of joy out of doing all of these, because they are a lot of fun. So, Supernatural Sal by Witchy Stitcher. This was called Gothic Valentine. It was a Facebook like Sal that I don't remember where it came from now that I think about it. I don't remember where it came from. Gothic Valentine. I might look it up and see if I can remember to put it in here. This was a lot of fun. I'm pretty sure it's completed. I think so. I have no reason not to think that it was completed. But yeah, it was a Facebook sale that I joined on time, but I don't remember where it was from. But anyways, super cute. I love the little moth. The moth is fun. Gothic Valentine from Facebook somewhere. I will put it in here somewhere if I can't, there we go. If I can't remember, I'll try to remember and look it up. This is also from Cross Stitcher. This was, I don't remember the name of the actual pattern, but it was a cozy, like a cozy autumn thing. I love it. I like cross-stitching houses. I know that. I don't know why I like cross-stitching houses so much. There's some blending in here because this is Charles Craft Fiddler's Cloth, which is one of my favorite like craft store Aidas to use, or fiddler cloth, because it's not really Aida. Well, it is, but it isn't. But like it is, but it isn't. I don't know. This is one of my favorites, like fabrics to use if I'm not using someone's fancy fabric, just because it is a lot of like, it's really nice and durable and it's no problems. I don't have any problems with it. But I think I did some, because I think it was meant to be done on a darker Aida or a darker fabric, and so I did blending. I don't remember what the blending colors were. White with a gray of some sort. I love it. This is also one of the first projects I ever did beading on it, and this is the project that I think I might have picked. I look back at it now, and I don't think the beads are actually too big, but these would have just been Michael's beads, Michael's seed beads, in an orange, and so I think, I look back now, and I think that it's actually better than I thought it was, but the beads are kind of messy, so, first beads, not necessarily the neatest beads, but I loved this project. It was super cute, from the Cross Stitcher magazine. From the Cross Stitcher magazine. This is the Aida version with a dark color palette of Moonlit Market by Urban Stitches. Urban Stitches. This was finished this last year. This is the pile of finishes this year. This was finished, like last month, I think it was. I love it. I love it so much. You guys have already seen it. It's been on my floss tubes, but it is a finish, so I put it in my finish parade. I love it so much. I love it so much. It was a lot of fun. I love black work. Black work is that thing I can do without having to think about it too bad. This is the Aida version of it, or the linen version of it. For those of you who've seen my floss tubes, you've seen this one as well. The reason why I have two versions of it is because I started it on linen, and I hate black work on linen because it looks messy. Looking back at it now, it's not horrible, but it is still a little messy. This is the bright color palette as well, and I was going to do both color palettes. I might as well. If I was going to do two projects, I wasn't going to like waste the time that I spent doing this one, if that makes sense. Sorry, I have a new tattoo. I shouldn't be itching on camera, but whatever. Or scratching on camera, technically. But this is Moonlit Market by Urban Stitches. This is a black work sale. Finished about a month ago now. 2 months ago, maybe. This is Herbalist by Word on the String by Dara. This one I finished in my, finished in my last floss tube. This was finished last weekend. It was fun. I started it super late, but caught up pretty quickly, and it's on tiny, it's on 18 count, I'm pretty sure, but like I have a whole half of fabric left, a whole half a thing of fabric left, so I'll have to use this Ancient by Picture This Plus on that. Most of those other finishes I've shown you have been on just like Zweigart or Craft Store linen, or Craft Store Aida or Zweigart linen. Yeah, Herbalist, Picture This Plus, Word on a String by Dara. This is Wanda's Wands by Mill Hill. This I finished last month sometime, the month before maybe, tops. I don't like the perforated paper is what I found out, and so I put it on Charles Craft Fiddler's Cloth. Finished last month. This is with all the like normal, like the kit beads and the kit floss, but on different fabric. And I love it. I love it so much. I need to start another Mill Hill. I just haven't had time. I've been super behind on just about everything else, but I enjoyed this a lot. So yeah, done. This is Celtic Blackwork Sampler by, I'll have to look up the actual company or the designer on, it's from Etsy. I finished this like right before I started my floss tube, or right as I started my floss tube, so you guys may not have seen this. Maybe have, I can't really remember. It was a couple months ago, like 3 or 4 months ago. But yeah, I love it. It's fun. This is just Charles Craft Aida. Ignore my tape because that's what I do when I'm lazy. This was an Etsy seller, a Blackwork sampler from an Etsy seller that I cannot remember the name of, but I'll find out for you. This is In Godzilla We Trust. This is Ada from the store that shall not be named. Craft store that shall not be named. This is by Happy Sloths Designs, I believe. This was just fun because I am a huge Godzilla nerd. I have a Godzilla tattoo. I love Godzilla. Sorry, I'm so itchy. I love Godzilla, and so this is In Godzilla We Trust. This was like a full coverage, kind of a full coverage. Took a lot longer than I thought it was going to, given how small it is. This is, I believe, 16 count Ada, because that's my general, for a craft store, it's my general. This finished also right around the same time that this one finished, or right before this one finishing, right before I started my YouTube channel. So, yes. And then this is the last of my finished parade. This is not going to be a super long video, which I didn't think it would be. This is Femurs and Fungi by Fine Frog Stitching, and this is on the fabric created for it by Witch's Garden Crafts. I am caught almost up to date. I have the release from this week to do, but I have Plants and Petrichor started officially, and it's almost up to date, so you'll see that one next week. But I love Femurs and Fungi. I love Fine Frog Stitching. I like the ways that she uses like color, but also like the not the dead space, but the empty space. I don't know what to call it. There's a name for it. Negative space. I just love it. I think it's so much fun. This is so cool. I love it. I love everything about it. There are two pictures I'll be inserting here in just a second. These are some of the oldest finishes I still have access to. I need to stop scratching because I'm hurting myself. These are two of the oldest finishes, and they're only fully finished objects that I know of, right? So these are two that my mom owned. I have given to my mom, and that's why they're framed, because I gave them to her and we framed them. These are both from Cross Stitcher magazines. These are hella old Cross Stitcher magazines. These have been done for 8 years, 10 years, something like that. Like, they're old. They are very old. Maybe even longer than that, to be honest. I think I finished both of them well before I got out of college. Yeah, either my undergrad or just under my undergrad, just after my undergrad. So I graduated from my undergrad in 2011. So these are 10 years plus easily, both of them. One of them is a blackwork. I think it was called Catherine of Aragon blackwork. So it's a Spanish style blackwork sampler, if you want to say it that way, from Cross Stitcher magazine. And the other one was a blue willow style, Japanese art style, like China art style. What is it called? Like China, not China the country, China like the plates, bone china looking art from Cross Stitcher, which I think there's a second version, or a second one of them, like a second one in the series, and so I might do that one too. They're a lot of fun. They're old. They're on Craft Store Ada. Guarantee it, because this would have been before I knew that people made fancy fabrics for things. Perhaps even before they made fancy fabrics for things. I don't know. I'm sure people have been open longer than that, but yeah. I'll insert little pictures of them in some way, shape, or form here. And yeah, thanks for watching my video, guys. I know it's short, but these are my short video weeks generally, because they're just two firsts. We'll have a normal floss tube next week. And yeah, I'm going to figure out if I can get that stain out of my Wanderer style, which is really sad. I don't know what it was. It must have been, I mean, it looks like a sauce. I don't know. Anyways, it would have been something that happened after I did it, because I don't remember it happening while I did it. But I don't know. Maybe it's soy sauce. It might be soy sauce. Welcome to my life. I am a disaster of a human. So, hopefully I don't mess up my tattoo. I don't think so. I don't think this is outside of my tattoo. My tattoo artist is going to be fussy with me, because I had a difficulty healing this time. Anyways, I'm rambling. Let me know if you need anything. Holler if you need anything, and I'll see you next time. Bye!